All right, what's good, guys? So I'm gonna do my second video, second vlog, and yeah, what a day! So I didn't. I'm just, I'm just gonna say it, to myself and to anyone watching. I'm just gonna ramble. I'm just gonna talk about, it, the first thing that comes to mind, like I'm speaking to myself, which I am, like a diary of my my daily events. Hopefully, someone's gonna relate to something in a positive way. But the last 3 weeks I've been doing the carnivore diet for 3 weeks and 2 days. And I really wanted it to work for me. And maybe I was just too weak. Maybe I just failed. But it wasn't for me. It's it went downhill last night. So I was doing this like oxtail soup, and I recently like started cheating. I was adding some spices, so I wasn't doing the straight carnivore diet, like the pure one with the salt, just the salt. So I was adding, yeah, I was adding some spices, and I added a lot of beef tallow. Like I was. I had, like when you're doing the carnivore diet, you're supposed to, eat a lot of fat. It's just fat, protein, and meats, right? So I had like a dip, or like, you know, to be honest, ever since I started doing the carnivore diet, I felt like I've been having less and less energy. Besides like a couple of days in the beginning when I was feeling, maybe I was excited or something like that. But I've been noticing like when looking in the mirror that my eyes have like I've gotten rings under my eyes, and I've gotten less like my eyes have become less white, more like gray and more like cloudy. And like today when I walked into work, like one of my coworkers, she just like exclaimed like, "Shit, wow, you look tired." And I was like, yeah, I feel tired. I feel really tired. And I had no particular reason to be tired. Like, cause I slept, I slept well. That's one thing about, the carnivore. I've been, like, my sleep has been, pretty good. It's been good. Like, a lot of days, I've been getting up earlier than when I would usually get up. But I felt so tired, and yeah, like I've tried. You know, you're supposed to do the carnivore diet for at least a month. So maybe I was just I didn't hang on for long enough. So I mean that's just it. I mean I guess I failed, but I couldn't imagine doing one more day of the fucking ground beef, or like even beef, like and all the fat, like the oxtail soup with the fat. I guess that was my bad, but I overdosed on fat. I had too much extra fat in the soup, so I vomited like 90 minutes after I had the soup. And after that, I just felt so nauseous, and I didn't want to see any. Like I got so much of that soup in my freezer and in my fridge, but I'm just gonna throw it away. Like I'm there's no fucking way that I'm gonna eat that. And I have a shit ton of beef towel now. But I mean, I'm still gonna use the beef towel. The expiry rate is good. So, but no, there was no way that I could stomach any more ground beef. No, no more. Like for breakfast today, I had like frozen salmon and eggs. The eggs were pretty fine, but I loved my breakfast before starting with the carnivore diet. I was doing like a smoothie, with oats, frozen fruits, like different kinds of frozen fruits, like a smoothie mix, some coconut oil, some almond milk, honey, and walnuts or hazelnuts. And I never had any issues. I was always looking forward to my smoothie because it tasted so good, and it always gave me a shit ton of energy. It kept me full, and I could feel like my energy levels rising. Every time I had that smoothie. I always felt full and satisfied and satiated. Um, but lately I've been doing like oxtail soup, for breakfast, doing these egg and bacon, and I ran into some like heart issues like pretty early on, like because I think I had too much bacon and maybe too much rendered fats, like maybe burning the butter on too high of a temperature, like on the stove. Some shit like that. So man, the carnivore diet is not for me. It's not for me because I've just been getting more and more tired. So today at work, I was like, how am I gonna get through this work day? I was so tired. Like I was almost telling my coworkers, like, no, I'm not hungover. No, I didn't go out partying last night. It's just, my diet. I'm just eating meat. I mean, anyone could look at me and tell that something's wrong. But, there were a lot of good things about these like the last 3 weeks too. Like I noticed that when I started doing the diet, and I guess when I removed like carbs from my diet, a lot of stuff like just fixed. Like I did notice that my focus was better. I was more calm mentally. Um, my knee pain was gone, just vanished. My gums started stopped bleeding. I thought that was just me being fucked up with bad living, but apparently I don't know if that's gingivitis or whatever, but I mean there's just an inflammation in my gums, right? Because of sugar, I guess. You know, fucking refined sugars. I've been having my smoothies, but I didn't, I was eating a lot of carbs and I didn't really mind. I was eating candy and sugars, and I didn't really care. Um, but what more? Like my headache, or I wouldn't say headache, but I would say that there was a lower pressure in my head than what I usually had. So that was nice, and like reading was easier. Like I'm gonna see how it is tomorrow. Hopefully that is gonna pass because I was quite enjoying reading like during carnivore because I was everything. My mind was very calm and everything was very still, and I had a very good focus. But today I was like, there's no fucking way that I'm gonna get through this work day because I mean I have to get shit done and I have like no fuel in the tank, and I work at the like fruit and the green the fruits and vegetables aisle and then Coop, Swedish grocery store, and I just had an apple. I had a pink lady, and I felt so guilty. I felt like I was doing something forbidden. The forbidden apple. I ate from the forbidden apple. So I went like behind the counter or behind the like warehouse. I went to our personal space and I just ate that apple, man. And it felt so weird. It felt like it was on like LSD or something. Like it was so crunchy, and I just devoured it in like 2 seconds. I've never eaten an apple that fast before. I just devoured it, and then I went to tell my coworkers like I had an apple, so I'm done, and like they were all happy because like they've been enduring my carnivore talk now for 3 weeks. I've been obsessed, just like meat, 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 meat. I'm tired of eating meat, 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 more ground meat. No, man. So, but like I felt like I wanted more. I wanted like more than the apple because it was so good. It was so tasty. It was the best apple I had. I think. I think. Uh, but then I had a mango. I had a mango after that, like 15 minutes after, and I made that mango pregnant. I made love to that mango. Like I just skinned it and devoured it in like 2 seconds. Like it could have been a porno. It was kind of dirty. And then I felt like I was doing something dirty and wrong, so I hid like the shell from the mango, like in the trash bag. I felt a bit ashamed, but it was good. But I was still feeling tired. I was still feeling very tired, and I felt tired for the rest of the workday. So, but I got off work. I told my carnivore buddy, I'm gone. I had an apple. I had a mango. I'm not going back. So I'm gonna have myself a cheat meal. So I decided to go to my favorite pizza place, Savoy, in Stockholm. It's like a Neapolitan pizza place. So I went there, had a steak tartare as an appetizer, and it was delicious. I was on the phone and I didn't even have time to think, because I just ate it so fast. Like I never had food before, like so fast. There was no, I've never, my appetite has never been that high, not even when I was like on munchies. Uh, but I just ate it so fast. It was so good. Like a steak tartare, I had like what, parsley and some garlic and some mayo and the beef and some like potato chips with a lot of Parmesan cheese, and then I had the pizza, just a margarita, just a classic. I ate that shit in 2 minutes. I'm not even lying. Like I downed that shit so fast. It was so good. It was so good. Actually, like one part of the pizza was a bit too charred, but it was just a bit, and it didn't really matter because it was so good. Had a dessert. I had a soft serve ice cream with raspberry and like olive oil and sea salt. That shit was so good too, so good. And I had a beer. I had one beer, and yeah, now I feel great now. Maybe it's the beer. I don't know. I just had one, but I feel very energized. I think I have a sugar rush, a sugar kick. I'm not sure how. I don't. I think I'm gonna have a bit of trouble, falling asleep. Hopefully not, because I gotta get up for work. And I hate not being able to sleep, but I feel energized and kind of calm. But yeah, energized. I feel like my soul is returning. So hopefully, I bought some ingredients now for my smoothie. So yeah, I'm gonna make my smoothie for breakfast tomorrow. So hopefully, I'm gonna have a great like work day. Back on track, re-energized, and yeah, hopefully it's gonna work nice. I hope my stomach is not too upset, like because the sudden change. I know it's kind of bloated now. Almost feel pregnant, but I feel very good. It feels nice. It just feels nice. So I mean, but I'm glad for these 3 weeks. I lost some weight. I probably gained a lot of it back tonight, and I'm probably gonna gain some back because I think most of it was like water weight. Actually, I think I was eating less than what I should have been during the carnivore diet. So I think I lost a lot of weight. I just couldn't stomach eating so much food like during carnivore. Man, I didn't like it. But I'm gonna try to take the take the good parts that I got from carnivore, because I had some good days. I had some good days, and I do believe that eating more fat, good fats, some good meats, good quality products, and cutting out a lot of the the sugar, any added sugar, refined sugar, rendered fat, the trans fats, gone with that shit. But I want to keep fruits in my diets and vegetables too. Why not? Gotta have some tomatoes, man. Some spices. I want my spices, and I want some grains too. I want pasta. I want some oats. I want that glycogen, right? Because I want that jet fuel when I work out. I want that power. And when I was working out on carnivore, I didn't have it. Like it was, maybe it was just because I only did the diet for 3 weeks, but just running a couple of miles, it was for me. It was rough. It was really rough. It was yeah, it was a struggle. And during these 3 weeks, I've been losing all of my good routines and my good shit. I was disciplined with the yoga and the meditation and the breath work and the running and and shit like that. But it was clear that I was losing it, and I don't see how I was gonna be able to pick it up. Maybe I was if I kept on for like a couple of more months. But I'm gonna do like a fitness school, health coach program now. I'm gonna study for a year, and I start in August. And I'm not gonna start doing that shit with no carbs. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna fall behind, And yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna lose weight there anyways. So maybe another time. Maybe another time, maybe in another life. But hey, man, I thought it was fun. It was a fun thing, and I picked up a couple of good lessons, and some good knowledge, and I bonded with a couple of people, over it, and got some new ideas. So nothing is in vain. Absolutely not. Um, so yeah, carnivore. End of that chapter, eh? Shit, man. I think that's it. Peace out, guys. Have a good night.